Alright, so here we are doing the K1 Speed Challenge GP. This is the first race of this sort that I'm doing. So rather than fighting for your best time, which is what you normally do when you go to K1 Speed, you're fighting for position. And this is an event that they run once a month, I think at all their tracks around the country. This one happens to be the one in Wilmington, Massachusetts, my local track. And so it's kind of the once a month time when all the best racers show up to fight for position, and they offer prizes. And this one happened to be the last one of the season because it's the December race. They'll kick off a new season in January of next year. But this is my first one, and actually my first time ever racing for position. So I'm pretty excited at this point. There were about 19 people there, and so this is the actual race. There were 2 qualifying sessions before this, and because there were 19 people, they couldn't fit everybody on track, so they had to split us up into two groups. So basically the first qualifying, groups A and B, and then the second qualifying, A and B, and then the race, groups A and B. The qualifying format, they took they took your best time from both of the sessions, your fastest lap, and then after both qualifying sessions, they determined, based on your fastest lap, they determined the starting order of the race. And I was pretty pleased. I had 2 personal bests ever when we did these races, and I qualified 6th out of 19 people. So that I thought was pretty good, considering it was my first time coming and doing one of these challenge GPs, and I was racing some pretty pretty fast people who had been there, who had been racing the whole season, or who had previous karting experience. So here I am, starting 6th. There were 10 people in this particular race. So basically, I think racers 11 through 19, the slower folks of the bunch, raced before us. And then these are the top 10 racers. Again, I'm starting 6th out of 10th. So already I was feeling really good, feeling fast, and pretty pleased with where I ended up. I was pretty sure I was not going to be first. I knew that. Obviously, I wanted to qualify quickest, but that would have been kind of unrealistic at this point given my experience and the people I'm racing. But starting 6th out of 10th, feeling good. Glad that I made the faster of the bunch. And at this point, I'm just ready to race. Haven't done this before, so I really don't know what to expect. But let's see what happens here. So they're telling us to take our feet off the pedals. We're just about ready to go. It's going to be a rolling start, which means we're not going to start from a standstill on the grid. You'll see right here, once we round this corner, they're going to tell us to go, and then we're on. So, off we go. Alright, coming down past the start-finish line, moving pretty quickly, coming fast into the first hairpin. This is normally a fast corner, lots of contact there. I wasn't expecting the folks to slow down so much, but in any case, way more contact than I was expecting. Try to come up on the inside here, and I get pushed out wide by the guy that I originally hit. And now at this point, 3 people passed me, so already it's kind of I'm a bit behind where I wanted to start the race. At this point, I need to catch up. You notice this is another, the high-speed corner, high-speed hairpin. At this point, trying to get around cart number 4. Just want to defend the folks behind me. Take it out wide there, trying to get around cart 4. Almost a mistake, but luckily I hugged the inside line and then take it wide. The guys are on my right side, again defending on the inside, so I think that was pretty good defense on my part. Didn't let the guy behind me come by. A little bit of traffic ahead of me. Just stand my ground, trying not to get too close and get bunched up by traffic. Come up on the inside. That was a good overtake right there. Took advantage of a little bit of traffic into the hairpin. And now, on to the next one. It's really about keeping your line and minimizing your mistakes, because the best time to overtake someone is when they make a mistake in front of you, so you really want to avoid your mistakes. Keep good vision, looking across into my apex. I try to come up on the inside there. I hit the wall, bounce into the other guy. Luckily I maintained my position and it didn't cost me anything right there. It's kind of like bumper cars. I don't know the line of what we're really allowed to do versus what we shouldn't be doing, but in any case, there's always going to be some contact here. So now I'm really trying to catch up to kart number 4, trying to get by him. Hit the inside wall there, a little bit of a mistake, but didn't slow me down that much. Kart 4 is going to be by number 32 right there, and let's see if I can get by him. Nope, I try to go wide. That was a mistake there because now you'll see the kart on my left is going to pass me. So already I've made a couple mistakes on that first hairpin where I try to avoid some traffic and ultimately let a car by. But I'm going to take advantage of this guy and come around the inside. Second overtake right there. Felt pretty good about that. Now let's see if I can catch the guy that passed me on this corner in the last lap. And am I going to get past? Okay, so right there I was bumped by the guy behind me, and he pushed me out of the way, but I guess that's just racing karts. Now he's passed me. At this point I believe I'm sitting 9th out of 10th, and I think this is where I land for the rest of the race. You'll see I'm trying to catch up to kart 22, but I just can't quite close the gap there. And you'll see as the race goes on, the gap just keeps extending. But at this point obviously I think I'm aware that someone's behind me, or at least I'm praying that I'm not in last place, because I didn't want to finish my first race in last. But yeah, I'm trying to catch up to this guy and just minimize mistakes, because one mistake is all it takes for the guy in the back to overtake me. A little bit of a hitting the curb there, a little bit of a mistake, probably cost me about 100th of a second there. And at this point, I'm really just trying to catch up and eliminate any mistakes, but to be honest, I don't quite have the pace. I think the guy in front of me has about 1 or 2 tenths quicker pace than I do, at least according to the data after the fact. So I'll have to maybe rewatch this and see what he's doing, but all the guys in front of me were about 1 to 2 tenths quicker generally in the race, so I don't have much of a chance to catch up at this point. Again, all mistakes right around this corner that I think for next race I will look out for. Still trying to hold on. At this point my focus is just finish the race. It's looking less and less likely that I'm going to catch up to these guys, so I'm, I think, coming to terms with that. And I don't know what lap this is, but I just want to make sure that I bring it home. Trying to hug the corners. And I think my last lap of the race, 16 out of 16, was my quickest in the race and my quickest ever overall. So certainly wasn't slowing down as the race went on. But yeah, as you can see, the 3 cars ahead of me, they're just increasing the gap. White flag, second to last lap here, or last lap I should say. Around the corner, and that's it. So, all in all, pretty good race. Started in 6th, which is a lot better than I expected. I was pleased with that. Obviously, I lost 3 positions. That's not good, but considering it was my first ever time racing, I thought I did pretty well. And my mistakes, I think they were pretty silly mistakes and easily avoidable in the next race. Especially going into that hairpin, that first high-speed hairpin turn 2. Just need to be mindful of traffic. Can't go out too wide because I need to know that someone was probably going to come up on the inside. And I just need to expect that there's probably going to be a little bit of a bunch up, especially in turn 1 or on lap 1. All in all, great night. I can't wait to do it again. I'm going to kick it back off in January when they restart the season, and if all goes well, I'll go to every single race that I can make. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly had a good time, and I'll see you on the next one.